It's the country's #1 RVing radio show, sponsored by RVTravel.com, with your host, Alan Warren, the RV Wingman.
Well, the only show to tell you the good, the sometimes not so good, and the occasional downright ugly parts of RVing and the RV lifestyle. I am Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, and welcome to the RV Show USA. You can follow along with us a couple of ways. First, add your name to our email list at thervshowusa.com, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll find, a couple hundred videos that we've done. So you may remember a few weeks ago, I had a weird kind of a tire story. One of our monthlies up at Big Chief, our campground in Texas, has had his RV parked in the same spot for 3 years. I mean, it hadn't moved an inch. One morning, while having coffee, this man's perfectly good-looking tire, it just blew up. For no apparent reason, it literally just exploded sitting there. So while trying to figure out what happened, I contacted our tire expert, Mr. Roger Marble from RVTravel.com. I told him the story. He asked if the travel trailer was a twin axle. I said, yep. And within 30 seconds, he interrupted me. You know what? He knew exactly what happened. He said that the tire blew up on the sunny side, right? The hot side of the RV. The side that was pointing towards the sun. I said, yeah. How'd you know? He also said that within the next 6 months, the other tire that's on the same side is likely going to do the same thing. I'm thinking, who is this guy? I mean, Nostradamus? Well, it didn't take 6 months for the other tire to go. It took about 4 weeks. Boom! It went. So Roger is he's a retired tire engineer who was in the tire industry, and he's an industry expert for like 40 years. He is the guy who performed autopsies. Yeah, I said it, autopsies on tires that fail. So the takeaway here is that your tires may not be in as good a shape as you may think they are. The truth is that most tire failure can be traced back not to a bad tire, but to a tire that has been, not properly maintained. More than likely a tire that's carrying too much weight and or a tire that's underinflated. And that's why I suggest a tire pressure monitoring system is a must-have safety item. A friend of mine tells me that he gets new tires every 3 years, whether he needs them or not. He's got a TPMS, and he has never had a problem. As for the guy in our campground, he has learned a real lesson, I'm telling you. Thank goodness, he wasn't out on the road and when the tires blew. So, all right, got another campground story for you that you may want to keep in mind the next time you're in the campground. There's this man who keeps his RV also at Big Chief every summer. He's kind of like a summer Texan, if you will, rather than a winter Texan. He only comes up on the weekends. He's a real smart guy. Turns his water off when he's not there, just like he's supposed to. He knows the drill. So he cannot make it to the campground one weekend. His kids go, Dad, can we go up there and go up to the lake? And okay, well, the truth is the kids never paid much attention to what Dad did when he was firing everything up or turning everything off and getting ready to go home. I mean, how difficult can that be, right? All right, so here's the deal. Kids go up, turn the water on. Everything's great, have a lot of fun. However, when they leave, just before they leave, they forget to turn the water off to the RV. They didn't forget to go potty, though. They just forgot to turn the water off. When they flushed the toilet, it turns out that the toilet continued to run just a little bit, but it never shut off. And guess what happened? It was filling up the black tank ever so slowly. They're not there.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Any guesses on what Dad discovered when he got back to the campground 2 weeks later?
What happened?
I shouldn't laugh. The underbelly of the RV, that covers everything up, that black underbelly, if you will, including the pipes and insulation. It just covers everything up. It was hanging down about 5 or 6 inches, and there was just a drip of water coming out. Blip, 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 blip. It wasn't pouring out. It was just dripping out, but it was sagging heavy. He opens the door and is looking at about 2 inches of water from one end of the other to his RV inside. A total disaster. He had to go underneath. He gets his pocket knife. He had to start poking some holes just to get the water out. It was a gusher, literally, but he had to do it just to get the water out. But the damage it's horrible. I mean, it's absolutely horrible. Thousands and thousands of dollars of damage, wet insulation, sopping wet flooring. You know, that particle board turns into like a sponge, too, when it gets wet for that long. The moral of the story is what? Let's check everything before you leave your RV for any length of time when you're going to leave the campground.
It's like you always tell me. You always say, what does a mistake feel like?
And what does it feel like?
It doesn't feel like anything.
That's right. All the more reason for having a checklist. A good idea even for an experienced RVer. You know, think about it. Airplane pilots have checklists. They do. Why? Because they're humans, and human beings, all of us, make mistakes. Commercial pilots also have a co-pilot who cross-checks everything to make sure stuff is good to go, just in case the pilot might overlook something. If you've got a co-pilot, even if it's your kids, it's a good idea for them to know just exactly what you're doing and why. As I said, just in case. And here's the deal. Whether you've got a co-pilot or not, remember, you've always got me. Hey, I'm the RV Wingman. I'm riding with you to help you avoid troubles and keep you safe. All right, enough of all this happy talk. Let me tell you what's still up ahead. How many listeners do we have that would like to learn about some legitimate tax deductions on their RV? Did I get your attention? Well, later this hour, we've got a tax specialist who's also an RVer, and we'll get some insight and learn maybe a few things that we can and some of the things we can't get away with when it comes to our taxes in our RV. From interest on loan payments to mileage and, depreciation, we'll cover as much as we can with a bona fide CPA. Now, if you happen to be catching our live stream on YouTube and you have a question you'd like to run past our CPA guest, if you'll post it in the comments, I promise to try and get it answered. In our next segment, we'll have some more first-timers here on the show. From the looks of their recent videos on YouTube, they've been out west, actually in northwest Wyoming, to be more exact. They've been RVing in Yellowstone Park with their 4 kids. They go by the name the Loftus Party of 6, and they seem so nice. They really do, and it looks like they are living life to the fullest. So we've got the Loftus Party of 6 is going to be here, all 6 of them. And our After the Show today, we got a treat for you live streamers. About a month ago, you may remember our friend Gigi Stetler with the RV Advisor promised she was going to have a contest for her birthday. Remember that? Among RVers that bought their RV from Camping World, and their RV is in RV purgatory. Yeah, in other words, they can't get their RV out of the shop. They're tired of the excuses that they are hearing from Camping World. The RV Advisor has picked their winners, and they've got a couple of them, hopefully, that we're going to be able to get on the show today, on the After the Show. We're going to find out their story. And again, that's all in today's After the Show.
And the only way that people are going to be able to catch that is on our live stream. Just go to YouTube, type in The RV Show USA, and hit subscribe. And make sure to turn your notifications on by clicking the bell. And that way you're going to receive a notification each time we go live or post a new video.
That's right. One more thing I almost forgot, that RV Nana from PPL Motorhomes just finished up another very successful, very fun monthly event she calls Tuesday Tips, where RVers can come and visit, listen to experts, factory reps, and the like. You can grab a bite and just get to know who PPL is. They got they're not just a place to buy and sell used RVs. I believe that they are truly one of the best in the country. They also have the greatest parts and accessories superstore ever. We got about 30 seconds until we go to break. You folks who are watching the live stream of the show, you know what time it is. It's time to pick a number between 1 and 10. Write it down in the comments. You know that, right? Because at the end of the show, I'm going to be picking one of these numbers, and y'all are going to win a $50 prize package from PPL Motorhomes. We got another minute to go, don't we? Well, good. See, my math isn't so good. All right, Miss Katie, how we doing on the live stream?
I think we're doing pretty good. I see a lot of people that are catching the live stream on YouTube. We got a lot of people on YouTube. And if that is one of you hearing this, make sure you hit the subscribe button like I just said and ding the bell. You can also give us a like on Facebook. It's really simple. Just click the like button. And share the show. Share the show to
share the show. And what do you say? Ring the bell?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Ring that bell, baby. All right. The music means that we are up against a break. And I want to do a special shout-out to our friends down in Corpus Christi, Texas, along the Gulf Coast. Catching us on 1440 Keys and the nice people over at CCRV. They're the local sponsor of the RV Show USA. Good folks for sure. Back with the Loftus Party of Six right here on the most listened to, most talked about show about the RV lifestyle. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be right back at you.